Alright, hey guys, and welcome to another Sonic live stream playthrough. So I had a lot of fun playing through Sonic Car the other night, and I kind of felt like I wanted to stream another Sonic game, and I've had the itch to play the Game Gear version of Sonic the Hedgehog 1 for quite a while now. The Master System version of this game, Sonic the Hedgehog 1, is actually one of my favourite Sonic games, and I play it at least once a year or so, the Master System version. In fact, if you're a long-time subscriber to the channel, you will remember I actually did stream a playthrough of that game about a year or so ago. But it's been at least 10 years or so, I'm going to say, until since I've played the Game Gear version, which I've got here right now. And I always like to consider the Game Gear version, the version we're playing here, as kind of like the hard mode version of this game. And there's a few reasons why I consider that. I mean, number one, this game was designed to be played portable, the Game Gear, right? So as a result, the Game Gear screen is a lot smaller than what you would have on a CRT television, which you would have played the Master System version. And as a result of that, the camera is very much zoomed in closer on everything around you. You can see Sonic standing here like this, for instance. So as a result of the camera being zoomed in so much, it makes oncoming hazards that much more trickier to detect before you get hit or rammed into, as well as other hazards like this spike bit here, for instance. Also, I always found the controls for the Game Gear version like a little bit, I guess you could say a little bit more like slipperier, I'm gonna say, compared to the Master System version. It's hard to describe. Kind of like imagine Sonic's kind of running on ice is the best way I can kind of describe it. But this is by all means a great game. Admittedly, I do think the Master System version is a lot better in my opinion. But yeah, there's also another few other differences between this and the Master System version. Two of the bosses are completely different on this game, and some of the placements of the levels have been changed around a bit. It kind of makes me think that the development team for the Game Gear and the Master System versions were two completely different teams. So I'm currently in a special stage, and for those that aren't familiar with this game, the special stages do not actually contain the Chaos Emeralds. You actually have to find them in the levels. They're hidden around. The special stages on this game are solely for getting continues and maybe a life if you can get more than 100 rings. Unfortunately, I haven't. I have a funny feeling we are going to need some lives on this game, because this game gets really challenging and borderline cheap towards the end with how this game can quickly kill Sonic, as we will, I'm sure, find out. The Chaos Emerald locations are, as far as I'm aware, all in the same locations for this version as they are in the Master System vein. There's a few other secrets that are hidden around here with some extra lives. Should have got that. Okay, I'm sure we can still get 50 rings. There's a secret life in here. So the Master System / Game Gear version of Sonic 1 is vastly different compared to the Mega Drive / Genesis version. Like, a few of the levels carry the same name, right? So you've still got Green Hill, and you do also have Labyrinth and Scrap Brain, but it's got exclusive levels such as Bridge Zone, Jungle Zone, and Robotnik's Skybase. This is where the special, the Chaos Emerald is, sorry. Not this one, I think it's the next one. There it is. Luckily the enemies don't respawn, unlike if this was a Mega Man game. But definitely best to try to get as many lives and continues as we can on these earlier levels, because then we're definitely going to need them. These little exclamation mark signs here, these weren't actually on the Master System version. I guess it's a little, well, clearly a sign of danger to watch out for, but I think as you had much more bigger screen on the Master System version, it's not really essentially needed. Well, we've got the special stage requirements. You only need 50 rings, as if it was the same as the Mega Drive version to enter the special stage, but there's not a giant ring to jump into. You just see the exclamation mark on the sign, signifying that we have got in. So the special stages, these are actually completely different layouts of the Master System version. I'm not entirely sure if the continue doesn't save if you don't clear the level. I'm just trying to see if I can get 100 rings here. Not entirely sure where the continue box is on this one. I thought it was around here. Maybe not. Unless I've missed it. I appear to have. It's okay, we've got 1 continue, 5 lives so far. So the boss for this version of the game is ridiculously easy, and I mean easy. And I'm going to show you. Now there's a secret life down here. There's a secret life on every boss level on this game. Some are more harder to get than others. Now basically, as the Game Gear version, as I've already said, the camera is zoomed in closer compared to the Master System version. It means we can actually hit Robotnik as soon as he comes on the map in the air here. You see what I mean? That's a joke, right? Basically on the Master System version, because the camera's panned out more, you can't actually hit Robotnik until he starts to lower the Egg-O-Matic. Oh, extra life. Bridge Zone. This is the one that had the second act, has the infamous auto-scrolling screen. Now there's a really cheap badnik here. You'll see what I mean, right? That. If you're like literally walking without, not expecting that, you're just going to walk straight into it. Very, very cheap placement. But I remembered it. Interesting, the shield around Sonic carries over with you through the axe if you don't lose it. However, the Game Gear version, I don't know whether it's because it has lower sprite count or whatnot, it doesn't actually go around his whole body, as you can see. It's only kind of like half of it. And that is an example of the slippery controls. I cannot stress to you as much as the controls are no way near as tight as the Master System version. There's a life up here. No, not checkpoint. But that's still good. Checkpoints are definitely going to be needed on this game. We'll wait for that to come back. So I should say I'm currently playing this game on the Sonic Adventure DX on the GameCube. all of the Game Gear Sonic games are a part of Sonic Adventure DX. You do have to unlock them, which is basically required by getting the emblems in the game. But it's really, really awesome that it's got all of the Game Gear games. It really gives a lot of replay value to Sonic Adventure DX, which is actually one of my favourite Sonic games. It's my second favourite Sonic game. Second only being to Sonic 3 and Knuckles. This is the one that has the life, I'm sure of it. Yeah. Now the Chaos Emerald should be close by. There it is. We'll get a few of these rings. And to get a Chaos Emerald, you basically got to go on this falling platform here and jump across while you've got the time before you fall to your instant death. Like that. That's it. I'm pretty certain that all of the Chaos Emeralds are hidden. Well, I was going to say Act 2, but actually thinking of it, I know in Jungle Zone it's in Act 1. I think most of them are in Act 2. Let's try to get back that life we lost and find the continuous time. Well, there's the continue. There we go. Brilliant. Let's try to get out of here. There we go. Thought we'd never get out. This is the one that has the auto scroll. If you don't know what I mean, you will see right now. Here we go. You see the camera pans along with you. You can't go any faster than this. And if you wait at the back, you're just going to get dragged into like a bottomless pit. Not a good idea. I'm going to try to keep hold of the shield. The boss for this Act 2 is actually quite tricky. It's completely different compared to the Master System version. It's like a completely different boss. I'm going to leave that there, just in case I die. Now, there should be an extra life in one of the waterfall bits coming up somewhere soon. I kind of keep back a little bit on these bridge parts just in case there's a buzz bomber there or something like that. I can never remember the name of those badniks. They're in the Spring Yard Zone on the Mega Drive Genesis version. Okay, we didn't make it, but it's okay. You gotta just jump up the bit here to get up there. Just make sure you don't fall too far behind. That's it. If I was any later then, that would have been instant death. There's the life. You ought to get that. Just be careful of the buzz bomber placements, like that there. So crafty. Wait back a bit here so you've got enough room to go over the bridge. Like so. That should be it. There we go. Okay, so this is the one with the kind of pinball flippers on it. There we go. That's great, that's an extra life. The continue box is right there. We got it, great. Let's get out of here. I don't think we're going to get the 100 rings. No. So yeah, the boss, it's completely different on this game compared to the Master System. The Master System one, he kind of comes out of the water. This one, he's kind of like you're on a bridge. It's much more trickier. Sacred Life is right to the left of you. On the Master System version, you have to go back a little bit further to get it. Alright, let's see how we do. Okay, that's not good. Let's try. Knew that was going to happen. Do you see what I mean? It's very, very cheap. I shouldn't have risked trying to defeat him in one go. Alright, that's kind of the best way to do it. I was a bit crafty there. I shouldn't have gone for an extra hit. One more hit should hopefully do it. Yeah, there we go. If I was any further to the left or right as I was hitting him there, that would have been instant death. Them little blast balls he sends off there would just have killed me in one hit. I'm actually quite amazed that I did it in only my second try. So next level is Jungle Zone. I used to really, really like, well, I still do, the theme for Jungle Zone. Really, really catchy. Quite a tricky level to get through though. Not a level to go fast in at all, which kind of seems crazy when you think it's a Sonic game, but if you go fast in this level, you are going to find yourself losing a lot of lives. The second act for Jungle Zone is the one where you have the waterfall, where you have to continue proceeding upwards. There's a secret life here. Well, it's not a secret, but... that waterfall effect on the television is quite the kind of... well, it's a good job I don't suffer from seizures, as I said. I'm currently playing on a 49-inch Samsung QLED, and it really brings the vibrant colours to life. And seeing those 8-bit pixels flashing like that, yeah. Chaos Emerald's a little bit hidden on this one. You have to go a little bit out of your way to find it. But it's not too bad. Watch out for the fish. Like that. In fact, I'm not going to use that. Might not be able to get the special stage now, but okay. The Chaos Emerald is right below us here. You can't actually see it, I don't think. No, on the Master System version, if you look downwards at this point, you can actually see it. I am getting a lot of rings and continues, and you might be wondering, like, hey, it's a little bit overkill what you're doing here, but this game gets very cheap towards the end, and I just want to make sure that I can do it, basically. So to get the Chaos Emerald, we have to jump on this, and over here. Should be. There it is. Now, the Master System version of Jungle Zone this part, you can skip a huge part of this level by just continuing going right on this log. But the Game Gear version kind of cuts you off there, and it's like saying, like, no, you've got to do this level the hard way. So, this jump here is always a bit of a tricky one. Yep, there you go. Just as I say it, it happens. Now, luckily, the Chaos Emeralds do save, so you don't have to go and get them again. Need a ring though, definitely need a ring. Okay. I'll wait for the next one. Do I risk it again? Or do I wait for the log? Wait for the log. The jumping is just so precise to a now, literally a now. Okay. Whew, that's good. I did want to risk it, so I jumped again. Alright. We're almost there. Just watch out for the fish. Oh, that's good. There isn't any. Now we see the third Chaos Emerald saved, thankfully. So basically, we've cleared all of the special stages now. So what it's done is it's started to replay the others. But instead of the same thing, it's added more of these pink platforms here. And we appear to have less time as well. We're already down to 40 seconds. I think there was more special stages on the Master System version. There was definitely more. I'm almost certain of that. Ah, damn. Nearly got 100 rings. Another life, 12 lives, awesome. Doesn't actually tell you the total amount of lives you've got on when you're playing as the actual game, but it just says 9. So you have to wait until you get to the total screen to see how many you got. Yeah, so this is the act that has the, well, you basically got to climb the entire waterfall. And this was kind of the level that I struggled on probably the most when I was a kid, at least the Master System version, because if you go too far up and you fall down like a certain distance, it's instant death. I'm not sure if the I think the Master System version, at least for this act, is less forgiving. But we'll see. You see, if I'd have just fallen down that little log there on the Master System version, that could well have been a lost life. We'll get that. Yeah, basically as soon as you jump, the screen auto locks it in that position, so you can't go back down. But this one seems to be a bit more forgiving. It's probably the only level on the game compared to the Master System version it is. Well, that's interesting. The life placement is different, but I can't get to it unless I can come back over to it. We'll see if we can. Yeah, definitely, this is more forgiving. If I'd have fallen down there on the Master System version, that would be instant death. Knew that was going to happen. But I think it was worth it. We got the life. Whew. That was close. Wow. I'm actually surprised. This is probably the only level on the game that is more forgiving compared to the other version. Whew. This is not the way to go, is it? I can't make that. Okay. Doesn't look like we're going to get the special stage on this one, but that's okay. I definitely want that checkpoint. There we go. That's cool. I think we're nearly there. Yeah, on the Master System version, the placement of this is actually a life box and not a ring box. Just got to be careful of the spring. There we go. So the boss for this one, I can't remember too much. I know it's the same as the Master System version, but it may well be a little bit easier because obviously the screen's zoomed in. The secret life is down here, but it's always a little bit tricky to get out if I remember. Yeah, I knew it. He sometimes struggles to hit the... There we go. Now, here we go. Okay, it should be better. In the Master System version, you can't actually hit him until he starts to descend. But you've got to be careful of these things because the bombs do. The bombs continue to roll and explode even if after he's defeated. And I thought he was just about to drop one there, literally by a half second. If I had have, if he had had one more hit required on him, I would have for sure have lost a life. Okay, so Labyrinth, the final few levels of the game. I do think that the Labyrinth on this is probably not as tedious as it is on the Mega Drive Genesis version. Although, it's been a while since I've played the Game Gear version, so I may well be corrected. So yeah, guys, let me know what your experiences with this game. Did you ever own the Master System version or the Game Gear version, or did you only ever like come to knowledge of this game through compilation games like what I'm playing on here, for instance? That's not good. That's not good. We should be okay. But for me, yeah, I absolutely love this game. Of course, as I've said a few times now, the Master System version is much more so, but it's still an awesome version to play too. Watch out for the spikes. That's not good. This wasn't even the way to go. There goes the special stage, but it's okay. We've gotten quite a few of them now. Okay, so pressing this button will give you a life over here. If you don't press that button, then basically it's just a ring box. Chaos Emerald's on Act 2, and I think it's in actually a little bit of a different location compared to the Master System version. The Master System version is placed within spikes, so you either need to get the invincibility shield or literally kill yourself to get the emerald. Whereas I think this one just kind of gives it to you. It's like almost impossible to miss. Not good, but I think it's just over there. So, definitely a big week for us Sonic fans. We've got the movie coming out in just a couple of days. Really excited. I'm sure a lot of you guys are too. I don't think I'm going to be able to see it opening weekend yet, but we'll see. I think the air is just above this one. I'm going to need it soon. Really soon. There it is. Whew. Yeah, so you see there's the Chaos Emerald. It's pretty much impossible to miss really, because you're going to jump up this one to receive. The Master System version is placed within spikes. Literally, like them spikes above will be on the ground and it'll be with it. There you go. No special stage, and 2 more Chaos Emeralds left. Yeah, this Sonic game, as well as the Mega Drive Genesis one, only has 6 Chaos Emeralds, as opposed to the now more regular known 7 Chaos Emeralds to collect. So this boss has some slight tweaks to it compared to the Master System version also. The secret life in this one is an absolute chore to get, but I'm not going to do it. It's basically through here, but you have to go through so many jumps of spikes and more for a life. And I think we're doing okay at the moment, so I'm not going to bother trying to risk losing lives to get another life. What I find interesting is that this is an underwater section of the level, yet Sonic doesn't need any air bubbles for some reason. Oh dang. Yeah. It's drastically different. You need to duck on that bit, not jump. Then it's like you wait for him to come down above you, hit him twice, and then you'll jump over to the other side. Don't try to get greedy with hitting him more than that, otherwise you're just gonna lose a life. Like that. You jump over it, and that's it. Just make sure you're ready to duck as soon as he comes out. You can kind of hit him there in the middle, but it's a bit risky because you need to bounce back over and then avoid them. His attack there. On the Master System version, you can kind of get to the other direction of him and make the missile fire the other way, sorry. But it's a little bit trickier on the smaller screen version we've got of the Game Gear version. In fact, if you're interested to see what the differences are of this game, then go check out the live stream I did of the Master System version about a year ago. Just scroll down the videos and or type it in the magnifying glass bar and it'll come up easy enough. "14 lives, not bad." So Scrap Brain, which isn't actually the final level of this game as compared to the Mega Drive version. Act 1 is actually, if I recall, very short, but it does have a few tricky spots. Watch out for that. And there should be a life on this platform. There we go. There's no spin dash on this game, so you can't just whiz through these parts. You've got to play it very tactically. I don't know if the special stages are on Scrap Brain, but I guess we'll find out as long as I don't get hit. We're at the end of the level. See, look, 54 seconds. Okay, so no special stages. So once you're in Scrap Brain, you've got no chance of getting any more continues. The final level of this game is Skybase, and yeah, that's a hell of a tricky level to get through. Very, very cheap. This level of Scrap Brain Act 2 is a lot more trickier. It's a lot longer as well, as you saw with the waypoint of just how long it is. And the Chaos Emerald is very well hidden on this version. Like, I think probably the only way I come across this way back in the day of this game's release was probably by accident. I'll show you when we get to it. Oh my gosh, this part is they're moving platforms. Wow, that was bad. Let's start that again. We're gonna need as many lives as we can. I just walked into it again. Well, we need as many lives as we can. Let me finish. For Skybase and the last boss. There we go. Yeah, the Chaos Emerald is up here. You have to drop down a platform to get it. Luckily those doors there, they count as checkpoints, thankfully. Oops. Yeah, wrong one. You see the controllers, as I was saying, they are so slippery. My gosh, I can't even get it. Yeah, I can't get it through to you enough. But yeah, as I said, those black doors there, they count as checkpoints, which is very good. The Chaos Emerald is down this one. So whereas it looked like you're just going to die then, it's actually not. There's a secret little passageway down here. You go in here, and voila, there it is. Now I've made this part considerably trickier without having rings, because these badniks are a pain. But you need to go through here to press the switch. Press that, and then we have to go all the way back. I'm gonna try to avoid the badniks without these rings. Could do with some rings really, but I don't think there's any on this part. So we need to go down now to go to the top route to where the switch is opened. Watch out for the badniks. Like that! You see, it killed me even though I was in the spin attack. Didn't mean to do that. You need to jump either left or right beforehand. Where has it put me? Wow. Same thing. You see what I mean by cheap? My gosh. One, two. I tell you, whoever put the placement of that badnik there. My gosh. Okay, let's... You can go the longer way down, but... But we get the life, so that's cool. Need that. The game wants me to go the long way, so I'm going to do it. The jump should be here. No, next one. There's the one that keeps killing me. It's here. That's what I get for trying to rush the game. And here we are, but I really could do with some rings. I think we're nearly there, hopefully. Taking this very slow. Okay, that's good. We're there. Oh, brilliant. Because we had 0 rings, we got the life. That's awesome. I think that's why we got a life. I'm sure you got usually just the ring. 10 rings usually when you had 0. Oh well, I'm not complaining. So there's not actually a real boss on this third act of Scrap Brain. But there is a level to get through. You'll see what I mean. Level's not too bad to get through. It's a little bit of a maze, but I'm pretty sure I still remember the way. I say that as I walk to a dead end. There's a life which I might go and get. I believe it's this way. No. It's this way. Always remember it being the right, not the left direction. Now we'll go left instead. That's not the way. So this is the boss. Ready? There you go. So, for the lack of a boss we get on the third act here, we have the wonderful, incredibly hard / cheap, and when I mean cheap I mean some of the difficulty parts on it, Skybase. "14 lives. Should be hopefully okay, but I don't want to tempt fate. That's gonna get me. Yeah. And that's pretty cheap. Look, hits me twice. No, 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 no. Oh boy. As soon as I jump up there, that's gonna... Yep. Put a cannon there. Oh, I don't think there's any checkpoints on this level either, which makes it that much more frustrating. You know, I should probably just not bother with that force field. Oh, no, I actually got through it. Oh, this stupid thing. Right. Okay. Rings. Rings are good. Okay, take it nice and slow. Definitely don't want to rush this level. Watch out for the cannon. Okay. I think we're nearly there. Go, go, go. Wow, if we've actually done this second try, that's actually really good. I'm actually really surprised. I've made it look kind of easy, but that is such a tricky level. Okay, so the final level on this game, now there's two ways to play this final act. There's a really, really hard way, and then there's just a standard hard way. And we're going to go just the standard hard way, but basically we can do this level by doing right, going to continue right here and going through it like normal. But there's no rings on this level, I just want to throw that out there. But there's a floating platform over here that we kind of need to go on. It doesn't actually show up on the Game Gear version, but on the Master System version it does. So hopefully I make the right judgment with how far I jump. Yeah, how about that? Now, this Game Gear version, they've put extra cannons and bombers here to shoot you, which makes it really, really cheap because there's not really many places I can move to. But we do need to go on these floating platforms to get the Chaos Emeralds. Yeah, you hear that? And I have no idea where they're going to come from on the top of me here. And because I'm so far at the top of the screen, it can so cheaply hit me. But it's been okay at the moment. Oh, no, no, no. You see, look. Now, my gosh. How cheap can you be? Okay. Let's try that again. Yeah, trust me, if you go through the right direction there, it's much, much harder. But my gosh. As I said, them cannons, the one that killed me there, they're not on the Master System version of it. Basically, you just go on these flying platforms until you get to the end of the fortress. I mean, it is pretty cool. The Robotnik has like a blimp of a fortress on this game. It's kind of quite different. It usually has more, you know, machinery type. I mean, it is machine, but you know. Kind of reminds me a bit of the one he had in the episode of Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog. I can't remember the episode name, but it might have been Roadhog. There it is, look at that. Right, okay, we're nearly there. My gosh. I swear this game is trying to give me a heart attack. This was hard. Now, I believe there's another, yeah, that thing. Whew. And that's it. As I said, made it look kinda easy, but that's because I kinda know what I'm doing on this game. If you first time players, you're gonna end up pulling all your hair out. In frustration. Okay, so the final boss. This boss is a lot different to the Master System version. It's much harder, this version, because it's kind of randomized. You'll see what I mean. So again, no rings. It's kind of like a luck thing, really, of how many hits I can... Yeah. Okay. On the Master System version, there's no fire bits on the floor. Basically, you have to avoid a lightning thing and the ball that Robotnik's firing at you. It's still quite tricky, but it's much easier than this. But we should be okay. We should be able to do this. Yeah. Okay, so I think we can get 3 or 4 hits in before we can jump back. We'll get there. Trust me, we will do it. This time we'll wait for that thing to go. I think he only needs a few more hits. Gotta be careful. Perfect. Yeah, there we go. I took a chance by just continually hitting him, but it paid off. If I'd have waited there a couple more, well, another second, that fireball would have hit me. But that's it. We've defeated him. Let's go after him. And as we've got all the Chaos Emeralds, we'll get the true ending. It's awesome. I'm quite impressed actually that I managed to remember all the stuff on this game. Get rid of all of Robotnik's pollution. So that's not too bad, like time-wise. What is that? Nearly about an hour, I think we've been streaming. I used to put a lot of hours into just trying to beat my high score. The Master System version, basically I'd write my score down and then I'd try to beat it again. I think like the record was probably like, I can't remember the score number, but I'd get like around like 30 or so lives by trying to get as many, like all the rings as I could, complete all the special stages, etc. Now we get the credits. So it's not exactly that much of a secret, but I suppose an Easter egg you could say is that the theme song of the credits for this game, as well as the Master System version, is the same. Is also used in one of the levels on Sonic Unleashed. I think it's the Sharma levels. It's the desert one. But yeah, that bit, the beginning bit we just heard there, that was used. It's awesome. Of course, we've got Green Hill playing now. And that's it, guys. So thank you all for joining me on this gaming live stream this evening. So as I said, I was playing the Sonic Adventure DX version of this game, which has all of the Game Gear Sonic games said. So I'm probably definitely going to play through some more of these on another live stream. We've got all of them here. So Towers Adventure, Sonic Blast, Sonic 2, Labyrinth even, Chaos. Chaos I really enjoy, so I'm definitely going to do a playthrough on that sometime. But yeah, that's everything, guys. I want to thank you all for joining this live stream, especially if you made it all the way to the end. Stay tuned for some more Sonic gaming live streams coming in the near future. I've got some new uploads coming the weekend. But until then, take care of yourselves, guys, and see you soon.